Hey, American contractors, viewers of the American Contractor Show. I'm here with John Dye at Win the Storm, and I have to tell you, anyone that is associated with American Contractor Show, you are a badass.
Big shout out to American Contractor Show. If you don't know, you definitely need to check out the Storm Summit. They're doing it in excellence. Check them out.
Hey, what's up? This is your friend, Francisco Serrano. If you haven't checked it out, American Contractor Show, YouTube channel, Facebook channel, Twitter, Instagram, all the platforms, you need to go them, like them, start learning about your craft.
Hey, I'm Matt Danskin with Restoration Referral System. Check out the American Contractor Show. The truck that they've got is awesome. Everything else that they have going on.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
What's up, guys? I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers bringing you your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, and American Contractor. You can go ahead and check them out in the description to this video. So we're going to review yesterday's activity. I'm sure you guys were watching, a lot of y'all were watching the live coverage for Dallas-Fort Worth area. So we're going to talk a little bit about where our severe hail fell and what sizes we got and where. And then after that, we've got more storms for the southeast for today and tomorrow, and that's going to kind of linger like that, but we are moving into an active pattern. So by Thursday, we should have another risk for you guys in Texas as well as the southeast. By Friday, we've got risks going out, and then into next week, we should have a pretty active start of the week. And once again, Dallas is stealing the show for hail chances. So stick around to the end of the show, and we're going to talk a little bit about what to expect towards the end of this week and the beginning of next. But first, as usual, our upcoming events. The first of those now is going to be our Sumo Quote Virtual Summit. So we put the registration for that in the description, but this is, like I said, it's going to be virtual. It's going to be tomorrow at 7 p.m. So if you guys want to come see our CEO, Derek, talk a little bit about the contractor sales experience, you guys can go ahead and register for that. And then afterwards, we are going to be doing the 2022 hail forecast one more time in Tulsa. That's March 23rd at 11:30 in the morning. So come out and see us. I'll be giving the forecast there for the National Women in Roofing lunch. So if you guys want some free lunch and you want to network a little bit, talk a little bit about what year 2022 is going to be in terms of hail and severe weather, come out to Tulsa. And then last but not least, the Orca Mini Roundup is going to be on March 29th. That one's in OKC at 420 East Britton Street. And if you haven't heard, it's free to attend. So come out and see us at the Orca Mini Roundup. Now going into yesterday. So we did make a 3-star map out of Dallas-Fort Worth. There it is there. You can see all those little swaths all the way through Texas with that band. What happened, if you missed it, is all these storms blew up kind of out of nowhere, and then they just intensified so quickly, dumped a ton of high volume hail, and then petered out pretty quick as it formed into a line. So we got a ton of hail swaths all the way through that where those storms initiated, tons of hail with that, and then we got some severe winds as well. But this was most notably through Rockwall, Prosper, and Lufkin, Texas. Got probably hit the hardest out of everybody. Max hail size was 1.75, so golf balls. But these severe hail swaths impacted over 75,000 homes. So not too shabby for a mid-March severe weather event here. So this first area was near Waxahachie and near Ennis. That's where we got that first round of golf balls. But again, we got a ton through the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area, so shifting northward a little bit through Salina. We were watching this one go all the way up to Van Alstyne, McKinney, just east of McKinney and just west of Farmersville. We got another golf ball swath moving through there, as well as just north of Leonard got some severe hail. And then down into the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area, got a swath of quarters just west of central Dallas through the University Park area, as well as Garland. And then Rockwall was kind of the storm of the night for a little while there. Got really going there, golf balls once again, and it dropped a super high volume of hail. So just a ton that went through there. And then again, they just petered out pretty quickly as it formed that band, but had enough time to drop a few golf balls through the DFW area. So check that out. 3-star map for yesterday, and we could see a few more chances into later this week and early next week. So right now, looking as usual, pretty clear across the west and central states. But then if we hop down into Florida, that's where our severe chances are going to start up into this afternoon and evening. This is that band of storms that formed late last night and yesterday evening, and it's continuing to track its way eastward right now over Panama City with a ton of heavy rain and some breezy winds here and there. And as this band continues to shift eastward, we should see it continue to produce that gusty wind into the Florida Peninsula area, as well as the very southern part of the Florida Panhandle. So, okay. So we're going to see some gusty winds continue with that into today, and then the rest of us are going to be pretty quiet for now. So 60 degrees in Denver, beautiful day for you guys. 62 in Dallas, so pretty similar conditions. Cool and dry across most of the country right now. Now down into the Gulf Coast is going to be a different story, because that's where we're going to see our storms. So 63 degrees in Orlando, 72 in Miami, waiting on that band of storms to make its way into that heat, into that humidity and instability. Could produce us a couple of damaging wind swaths, as well as a possible tornado or two into tonight. So here's what this is going to look like as it continues to track eastward. This is what we got now, and then as that continues to shift towards Tallahassee and Jacksonville, we'll see some storms continuing to stream up northward from the Gulf Coast, but this band is really going to get intensifying as it tracks eastward. And then we've got these isolated cells that are continuing to form over Miami, near Melbourne, and a couple of those could produce some rotation as well and some gusty winds. But we're really watching this band that's going to continue to shift onshore over Tampa by about 10:30 p.m. And as that does, we could get, like I said, some damaging straight line winds, as well as some possible rotation. And then that should be mostly off the coast by 6 a.m. tomorrow. However, we're going to have a second round that's going to start up through tomorrow afternoon, and we'll talk about that in a second. So here's our wind forecast for today. No surprise, wherever that band is going to track, that's where we're going to put our swath here. So through the Florida, pretty much all of Florida is going to see some sort of chance for some gusty winds. So if you guys are in Tallahassee, if you are in Tampa, Melbourne, or Miami, that's where we could start to see those wind chances pick up a little bit. Low end chance for Tallahassee and Miami on the north and southern ends of that band. But for Tampa and Melbourne, that's where the thick of it is going to drive over you guys. So tornado chance, as well as a moderate chance for gusty winds for you guys into today and tonight. Then for tomorrow, we're going to have a similar risk area. We're shifting northward now into the southern southeast area. So all the way from South Carolina into Florida and then out into Alabama, we'll see some severe storm chances. So 6 a.m., there goes that first band. Quiet beginning to the day, and then by the early afternoon hours, we're going to see some storms start to develop, and then those are going to pass off the coast into tomorrow through the evening and overnight hours. So if you guys are out through Alabama, that's where we're going to start to see those isolated cells develop. Same with Georgia, and then those are going to continue to pass through the area. So we'll have a chance at some rotation, have a chance at some updraft and instability. So it's possible we could see some hail into tomorrow. So anywhere, again, from Alabama into South Carolina and Florida is where we'll have a chance for those hailstorms to occur. Quarters to $50 possible anywhere through the area. Instability is not crazy, it's there. It's possible we could get some hail, but we're going to keep it on the low end chance because it's pretty scattered and it's still on the low end. So again, any of these outlined cities could receive a quarter, $50 or two as those storms develop over the area, but it's going to be, like I said, very scattered. Mostly we're going to be looking at wind. Yeah, Melbourne, you guys are also in a low end chance for hail, but mostly we're going to be looking at wind into tomorrow. So it's going to be a similar risk area through the southeast and Florida, mostly as these storms kind of start again to band up and pass through. So from South Carolina into central Florida, we could see a chance for gusty winds. Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Melbourne, and Savannah are again in the risk. And through this central area, that's where we'll have the best chance for those rotating storms and some tornadoes to occur. Then, into the end of the week, into early next week, we've got a ton to talk about. Spring has sprung, guys. We're moving into that active pattern. So right now, this is that trough that moved through the Texas area and caused all that chaos yesterday and is continuing to pass through the southeast. So that's going to continue shifting off the coast. So there it is by Wednesday. Going to continue to bring all that nice humid Gulf air up in front of it with that cooler air behind it, instability, the works. That's going to continue to produce some severe storms into today through tomorrow. Then on Thursday, we'll have some chances for storms all the way through the southeast as well as into Texas. And then by Friday, another southeast chance with this trough that's going to be moving through. It's just trough after trough after trough. So again, plenty of back-to-back severe chances. Spring is really starting to pick up here. So by Friday, this trough is going to start to bring in some severe weather through the southern parts of the Gulf states. And then we're going to have a little bit of a lull from Saturday into Sunday. But then Monday, yes, I see your comment about Abilene. Check out this trough, guys. This is a mega trough that's coming through. All of that cool, dry air, all of that heat and humidity that's been building up over the past couple of days, and you've got a really great gradient in between those. So if this holds up, we could get a pretty good severe weather event all the way from southern Texas into the central plains. We could get chances for severe storms. So we're watching this very closely because this looks pretty intense. This is Monday afternoon. That's going to continue to shift eastward through the southern plains, through Texas, through Oklahoma, and then, yes, making its way eastward later on in the week. So, you know, it's hard to say exactly what's going to happen this far out in terms of will it hail, is it going to be primarily wind, but we do see that this is a pretty decent storm system that's going to be setting up into early next week, so we're going to be keeping a very close eye on this for particularly the southern and central plains as we move into next week. So here's our look ahead forecast for you guys for the next few days. So for Thursday, we're going to have a risk kind of scattered here all the way from the East Coast, Gulf states, and Texas. You know, why not have all three in there? So Dallas, you guys are going to be at risk to see some severe storms for Thursday. And then into Friday, we're going to shift downwards into the, again, southern Gulf states for our severe chances later on this week. And then Monday, shifting eastward towards Texas. Shifting eastward towards Texas there. Let's see if I can get it to animate and push us over to Texas. I don't know if it's going to keyframe right. Shoot, that's a bummer. Yeah, so it's going to shift eastward into Texas all the way from the southern part of Texas up through Dallas and then southeastern part of Oklahoma. Like we saw with that trough, it's going to be all the way through the southern and central plains. So we're all in risk. DFW once again, Abilene, San Antonio, Austin, you guys are all in play for Monday. So we're going to be wanting to keep close an eye on that forecast. If you guys want to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, that's where we go live. Now we go live on Twitter as well. And you can follow us on TikTok. We're posting a lot about storm chasing, and we'll keep you updated with all our office shenanigans on our TikTok. So go ahead and follow us there at HailTrace. And then if you want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245. You can also email us if you'd rather at info@hailtrace.com or check out our website, hailtrace.com, for more details on who we are and what we do. We'll keep you updated as always, but for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.